Good morning, friends. In today's lecture, we study the linear simple harmonic motion. Okay. First, we see the definition of linear simple harmonic motion. The meaning of word linear means motion in a straight line. Okay. Simple means simple. Harmonic contains sine cosine function, the function which repeat itself to its original value. That is the harmonic. And word motion is the motion of any object. So linear simple harmonic motion, we take a first definition. Any body perform linear simple harmonic motion if it is acted upon by restoring force which is directly proportional to first displacement of body from its mean position, that is x. It is the displacement of body from its mean position, and it is directed, that means secondly it is directed to the opposite of the displacement. Okay. So here the definition of linear simple harmonic motion means any body performing a linear simple harmonic motion if and only it is acted upon by a restoring force which is directly proportional to displacement of body from mean position, and secondly it is opposite to the displacement. Okay. So for that we consider the displacement of particle or body is say x, and if F be the restoring force acting on that body, then according to definition of linear simple harmonic motion, we write here this restoring force is directly proportional to x due to first criteria. Okay. And due to second criteria, it is opposite to the displacement. Okay. So F directly proportional to minus x. Right here F equal to minus kx, where k is constant of proportionality. Okay. So this is the force called as the restoring force which is directly proportional to displacement of body from its mean position and directed opposite to the displacement. How this force is called as the restoring force. So name equation first, where F equal to restoring force. Okay. Now here we have to write the equation of motion. So for that we consider the force on any body according to Newton's law, right? And according to Newton's second law, we write F equal to m into a. Okay? Where m is the mass of the particle and a is the acceleration. Now right here F equal to m d2x by dt square, right? Where d2x by dt square is the acceleration. Yes. So F equal to m d2x by dt square is the force according to Newton's second law of motion. We name this equation second. Then we equate equation first and second for the force. Therefore we write m d2x by dt square equal to say minus kx. Okay. So write this d2x by dt square equal to minus k upon m into x. Right. So we take this term to left side, then we write d2x by dt square plus k upon m into x equal to 0. Now here we substitute k upon m as omega square. Therefore, write here omega square equal to k upon m, where k is the restoring force per unit displacement. Okay, from this you write this k equal to restoring force per unit displacement, and we substitute k upon m equal to omega square. So write this equation d2x by dt square plus omega square x equal to 0. Okay, so this is the last equation, and this equation is called equation of motion of the particle performing linear simple harmonic motion. Okay, so this is a differential equation which is in second order linear and homogeneous. So this is called as the equation of motion. Then next we obtain the solution of this differential equation. Therefore, here we use operator capital D square instead of d2 by dt square. So putting d2 by dt square equal to say d square. To write this equation, d square x plus omega square x equal to 0, like this. Right? So we take x common, then we write d square plus omega square into x equal to 0. Then we equate this x to 0. Then we have to write d square plus omega square equal to 0. Okay? So write this equation as d square equal to minus omega square, and this minus sign, that is equal to I square. So right here d square equal to I square omega square. Then we remove the square on both sides. So we write here d equal to plus minus I omega. Okay? One time it is plus and one time it is minus. Right? So this equation, this differential equation contains two solutions. That is plus I omega and second is minus I omega. Okay? So this solution can be written in the form e raised to I omega t. This is the first solution, and second e raised to minus I omega t. This is second. Okay? So general solution, write addition of these two. General solution, write here x equal to a1 e raised to I omega t plus a2 e raised to minus I omega t. Okay? So this is the general solution of differential equation. Okay? So we have to solve this equation, and finally we write the equation of motion. So this is the general solution. Then you know that is e raised to I theta equal to cos omega t plus I cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay? And e raised to minus I theta equal to cos theta minus I sin theta. So you use this term here, e raised to I omega t and e raised to minus I omega t in terms of this. Okay? So write here this equation as x equal to a1 in bracket, write cos omega t plus I sin omega t, right? Plus next step is a2 in bracket cos omega t minus I sin omega t, like this. Right? In next step, we take common cos omega t. Okay? Therefore, write here x equal to a1 plus a2 into cos omega t plus we take I times A1 minus A2 common, and then we substitute, and then we write sin omega t. Sin omega t. Here in this equation, A1 plus A2 and I times A1 minus A2. We take this A1 plus A2, or A1 and A2 are constant. So we have to write A1 plus A2 and I times A1 minus A2 by some quantities. Right? Right here we put A1 plus A2 equal to A sin phi. Okay? And I times A1 minus A2 equal to A cos phi. Okay? So we substitute A1 plus A2 and I times A1 minus A2 in this equation. So write the solution. X equal to A sin phi cos omega t plus A cos phi sin omega t, like this. Right? So right here x equal to A sin phi cos omega t plus A cos phi sin omega t. Right? So this is the expansion. We write here. In next step, we write x equal to, we take a common and in bracket we write sin omega t cos phi plus cos omega t sin phi, like this. Okay? And this is the expansion of sin of omega t plus phi. Right here x equal to A sin of omega t plus phi. So this is the last equation, and this equation is called as the solution of differential equation of the particle performing linear simple harmonic motion. This equation is also called as the equation of displacement at any instant. Okay, this is the important equation called as the displacement of particle at any instant performing linear simple harmonic motion. Okay. Then we consider some characteristic of linear simple harmonic motion. Then these characteristics Okay. So first we write the equation of displacement of particle performing linear SHM. Okay, and that equation is x equal to A sin of omega t plus phi. Right? So first characteristic is the phase of SHM. Okay, phase of SHM. Now here omega t plus phi is called as the phase of linear simple harmonic motion. That means omega t plus phi equal to phase angle. This is the phase angle where time t equal to 0. That means we consider initial condition, and at that time t equal to 0. When t equal to 0, then quantity remains only is phi. Right? So this phi is called epoch. Epoch or starting phase. Okay? So this is the total phase angle, and we take t equal to 0. That time we get only phi, and it is called as the epoch or starting phase. This is the first characteristic. Then we consider second characteristic. It is period, and it is denoted by letter capital P. Okay, so you know the equation of period, and that period is given t equal to 2 pi upon omega. Okay, so when you substitute the value of omega, we have written just omega equal to root k upon m. Right? When you substitute here omega equal to root k upon m, then you write the period t equal to 2 pi root m upon k. Okay, that means period is proportional to, that means directly proportional to root m and inversely proportional to root k. Okay, right here t directly proportional to root m and t directly proportional to 1 upon root k. Okay, so period, the definition of period is time taken by the particle or oscillator to complete one oscillation is called as the period. It is measured in time, that means in second. So equation is t equal to 2 pi root m upon k. Then next we take the frequency. Frequency, and it is denoted by nu, or it is also denoted by letter f. Okay, so how you define frequency? Frequency is the number of oscillation of the body or oscillator per second. It is called as the frequency. Okay, you know that frequency is the reciprocal of the period. That means we write here nu equal to 1 upon t. Okay, so substituting the value of t from this equation, we write frequency nu equal to 1 upon 2 pi into root, here is m upon k. So it is denominator, we write here k upon m. That means nu equal to 1 upon 2 pi into root k upon m is the equation of frequency. Okay, so this is the frequency. When you substitute the value of root k upon m, that is equal to omega, then we write nu equal to 1 upon 2 pi into, that is omega. Okay, so we get angular frequency omega equal to 2 pi into nu. This is the angular frequency that particle oscillator performing angular motion. Okay, then we take next characteristic, that is the velocity. Velocity. So when we are going to calculate the velocity, first we consider the equation of displacement, and that is x equal to a sine of omega t plus phi. Then we write the velocity as the derivative of displacement. Therefore, v equal to dx by dt. That is equal to, when we differentiate this, we get a omega cos of omega t plus phi. Okay, so velocity v equal to a omega cos of omega t plus phi. Right? Now here we substitute cos of, that means we take cos square omega t plus phi equal to 1 minus sin square omega t plus phi. Okay, so I substitute here v equal to a omega. Then we have to write this cos square theta equal to 1 minus sin square theta. So theta is omega t plus phi. Then we have to write this cos theta, that is equal to root 1 minus sin square theta, like this. Okay, then we substitute here this, that is 1 minus sin square omega t plus phi. Right? Then I will take this a inside the root. Therefore, v equal to omega in root. We write a square minus a square sine square omega t plus phi. Right? Then we write this a square sine square omega t plus phi as x square according to the equation of motion. So we write here v equal to omega in root a square minus x square. Okay, that means velocity is depend upon the amplitude and displacement of the particle. Right? So if we take x equal to 0, then what happen? If we put x equal to 0, then we get v equal to a omega. V equal to a omega. It is the maximum velocity when displacement or position, that means particle at position x equal to 0, then velocity is maximum. Okay, and when we take the maximum displacement of particle, that is x equal to a, then at that time we get v equal to 0. Right? V equal to 0. That means velocity is maximum when particle has displacement equal to 0, and when particle is away from or it has large amplitude, so that time velocity is 0. Right? So next characteristic, that means acceleration, then force, we see in the next lecture. So thanks to all.